Okay, fam, so we're back with some more skits that we need to review. First of all, let's look at Bethany and Larry. I watched it, okay? Watched the one with Pernell and Larry, and I was laughing, cracking up laughing. Because Pernell said, I think Bethany knows that you're filing for divorce and she's hurting herself. She's doing this shit on purpose. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't. So, so then, and then he was talking about, he was talking to Pernell about, the CDL school, and maybe that won't be a bad idea after all of having Brooke go to the CDL school. So in other words, y'all not going to force Brooke to go to school tomorrow. Is that what we're waiting for? Okay. So you told us. No problem. Then he goes and he visits Bethany in the hospital, right? And Bethany blames him and Brooke for the reason why her sutures actually ruptured. Said, well, if you wouldn't have been storming after Brooke when she threw the key. Oh, thank you. Excuse me, guys. Thank you. If you wouldn't have been storming after Brooke, I wouldn't have had to actually bend down. No one, Larry's like, no one told you to bend down to pick up them keys. Well, it was because you were storming after her, so I bent down to pick. But again, no one told you to bend down to pick up them keys. And then he's like, and then if you wasn't trying to force Brooke to go to school, I wouldn't have got hurt. What does this all have to do with you? Because no one told you to bring your sour milk ass outside at any time when they was having their discussions. You was the one that kept on trying to have come outside for every little thing that was happening, that was going on. So you did that to yourself. And Larry just sitting there, he's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna sit over here in this corner and be the perfect supportive husband. And she's like, well, yeah, about time you actually decide to do something. Maybe, yeah, you go ahead and sit over there and maybe you could support me. Finally. So I ain't say nothing because I said I'm not even going to waste my time. Carry your clothes, stop. This is like the laundromat. You know, I run the washer and dryer like the laundromat. If you ain't here when your clothes stop, we throw them on the floor. Yeah, we throw them right on the floor and we start another load. You miss your turn. Yeah, this is how we run the laundromat, okay? Anyway, no, we don't do that. And so she blaming Larry and Brooke for her sutures rupture. That's who she blaming. That's who she wants to blame. Then there was a skit, and I didn't watch it. I might gotta go back and watch it. But I didn't watch it. It was saying Dave called Wayne to invite him to his birthday dinner. Why? What? Like now Dave being part of Wayne is mama is Papa Daddy. Like now Dave part of that whole clique. I'm like, because I knew they was gonna mess up Dave's characters somewhere, somehow they was gonna mess it up. They was gonna mess up his character some way, somewhere, somehow. They was gonna mess it up. And because after that whole thing with Shayla this morning, Anthony ran and told Denisha about it, and Denisha's like, "What?" And Denisha, don't waste your breath, because you're gonna see how weak he is. But I'm surprised that you even got. You should really mind your business, because at the end of the day, didn't he spend $40,000 doing the surprise birthday party for your mom, and then giving her $10,000 in cash? And you tell me, and then he spent over $100,000 redoing that room for your son? And you tell me he can't spend $20,000 on a birthday party for his own damn son without it being a problem? Without it being a problem, you tell me he can't do that much? He gave you $20,000 before that to go decorate the house however you wanted to see fit. But you tell me he can't spend $20,000 on his own son's birthday party? I don't see what the problem is. I truly don't. After he's giving you all the money and your mom all the money and spending it on your own kid, so why can't he spend money on his own kid? But we're going to see how that's going to go. We will. Because if Shayla take him to court, she'll get more than that. Yeah, he'll get stable visitation rates and stuff like that, but she'll get more than that in that child support order. The money that he's paying her right now, she'll get more than that. And then Anthony be asked out when it comes to little events like this. So, Then we saw where when Natasha goes and meet with Kendrick, and Kendrick he got beer bottles and alcohol bottles all around and stuff. And Natasha's like, "What? This is what you doing?" Kendrick, Natasha kept on arguing back and forth with Kendrick. He bust that bottle and messed his hand up and talk about something. Just get out my office. Just get out my office. He hiding out from Dawn and Libby. That's what he's hiding out from. He's hiding out from Dawn and Libby because he done slept with both of them. And he's hiding out from Dawn and Libby. That's who's hiding out from Natasha. That's what you see. You come in there and you're not reading the room. I have never seen a lawyer that cannot read a room. But Natasha cannot read a room. And she comes in there on 10 and she's not reading out that, your friend over there is hiding out from your sister and Libby, your client, ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife. Because he slept with both of them. So, and that's the problem right there. He's hiding out. So we're going to see how that's going to all pan out. But anyway, fam, tell me what your thoughts are. Because, I always love reading you guys' comments and thoughts about skits and everything. So tell me what your thoughts are. But if you notice today, guys, and you look at my camera, my thing from yesterday, see how there's no gray today right here. Okay, for my camera yesterday, there was gray. Today is no gray because I used my shampoo. I told you I use the shampoo once a year. Okay, literally once a year. So you have to shake it up once before you use it. And you just put it on there and you act like you're about to shampoo your hair, but you put a plastic cap on it and you let it sit for like I usually let it sit for like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I rinse it out. And you truly only have to do this once a year. Once a year, that's it. And I don't put it on my whole head. I just put it right here in the front. Because that's when that gray takes over. That gray, like, bah, bah, bah. Like that gravy's like, oh, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back with vengeance. Because it start puffing up and shit. And it's like, yeah, you ain't got that creamy crack to smooth me down today. You ain't got that crack to smooth me down today. Now I'm going to puff up. Puff, 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 puff. And that's what it does. But I use my shampoo today. You see right here. And you see, like, if you can see back here, you can see that haven't changed, like that color haven't changed. I don't use it on my ends. I just put it right here in the roots for the gray. Only because I like the gray that's mixed up in the back, like that salt and pepper look. I like that. And then I like the color of my hair. My hair is like a reddish brown. And I love the color of my hair. If I could get someone to be able to dye it for me, that I want the roots to be reddish brown, and I want highlights of like the grayish, the darkest grayish, with blonde in there. I want highlights of that. If I could get somebody to do it and it doesn't damage my hair, I will actually get that done. But until then, I just use my little shampoo. Ooh, excuse me, guys. I just use my shampoo and call it a day. But thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next Country Wayne skit review. Yeah, gray is gone. Gray is gone. The gray is gone. The gray is gone. The gray is gone.